Good morning. We are Dr. Afef Khalil and Dr. Sabrin Shihi from Tunisia. Our research paper is titled as follows: Relationship between the Sharia Council and the Board of Directors and its effect on the financial soundness of Islamic banks. Presentation is as follows. First, we introduce the motivational research. Second, we present the literature review and hypothesis. Third, the methodology and the mainly results. Finally, conclusion. In the last few decades, we remark that Islamic banks has rapidly grown in both size and number in the world due to the increasing demand from customers. Besides to that, Elsevier 2018 says that the financial assets of the Islamic financial sector grew about 50% faster than the other banking sector and achieved 1.7 trillion of dollars in 2013. So, otherwise, it seems that the corporate governance structure is mainly guided by the Sharia board and the board of director. We can define the board of director as an internal organ linked to the management and the direction of the bank, and it is composed of different members. This board has the same role as a board of conventional bank. However, the principles of Sharia laws add responsibilities on the board of Islamic bank. The Sharia board is defined as an independent body composed of Sharia experts and is one of the most important composition of Sharia governance. Researchers add that Sharia board members issue fatwa and run the Sharia risk. So many research studies say that the board of directors and the Sharia board have to work together. We note that, like conventional banks, the number of research studies is limited. Indeed, the Islamic banks are still characterized by a lack of publication about the corporate governance mechanism and its impact in the financial soundness. Therefore, we can say that it is important to study the impact of the relationship between the board of directors and the Sharia board and the financial soundness of Islamic banks. For the literature review, many researchers argue that in order to reduce the Sharia risk and ensure the survival of the Islamic financial institution, the board of directors and the Sharia Council should work together. Thus, the bank activities will be controlled by the Sharia Council and the director. In addition, the number of meetings between the Sharia Council and Director will allow the two mechanisms to improve communication and keep contact with members. For its part, the IFA's Corporate Governance Standard and the Corporate Governance Standard of Pakistan suggest that the Sharia Council and the Board of Directors have to meet at least twice a year to discuss the development of the Islamic financial institution. So we suggest the following hypothesis. Meeting between director and Sharia board scholar positively influence the financial soundness of Islamic banks. For this research study, our sample is composed by 61 Islamic banks observed over the period 2015-2018. So, we suggest the below model to study the effect of the meeting between the board of directors and the Sharia board and the financial soundness of Islamic banks. We note that the model of our study is estimated by using the panel corrected standard errors method. Results show that the meeting between Sharia board and the board of directors have a negative effect in the financial soundness of banks. check the robustness of our funding, we employ other dependent variables known as CAMEL than the Z-score for the year 2018. So we can see that results show that the funding is not robust and depends on the dependent variable. Conclusion. So to conclude, we can say that this research paper aims to investigate the effect of the interaction between the board of director and the Shariah board in the financial soundness of Islamic banks. So to answer this question, we employed a sample composed by 61 Islamic banks over the period 2015-2018. So results show that meeting have a negative effect in the financial soundness of banks. We conclude that the results permit us to increase our knowledge regarding the corporate governance financial soundness relationship. Plus, we can say that this research paper offers practical and useful evidence for academic, regulator, bankers, etc., and makes a good contribution to the literature in the study of the corporate governance and their effect in the financial soundness of Islamic banks. So thank you for your attention.